Hey guys, welcome back. Orabomb here, bringing you another one of our live deck profiles. I know I don't have 3 games for this one, but you guys said you wanted to see me upload anyway, so today we're playing Rhyperior Mill with the brand new Giovanni scheme, Rhydon attack, things like that. I'm not playing Diglett though, because I found that I didn't have both the deck space, nor was the Diglett good enough for me to play, so I'm not playing Diglett. Just heads up. Versus the brand new Vikavolt, which I think is really cool. So we're going to start off here with a Rhyhorn with a Jirachi active, because we will be doing some switching of skateboards with a Tantalizer. I'm playing Tantalizer because there's a lot of high retreat costs in this deck, and there's not a lot of room because you're playing these evolution lines, you're playing Devo Spray, you're doing a lot of different things in this deck. So Tantalizer seems to be a pretty decent way of both giving you a switch card you might need as well as a draw supporter. I'm also playing lots of ways to search Pokemon, because this deck is all about getting your Pokemon out at all times, which is why you see the Apricorn Maker there. Because you can't play, I'm also playing Raichu in this deck too. You can't play the Professor Elm because Rhyhorns have too much HP, Pikachus have too, you could play the 60 HP Pikachus, but I'm playing the 70 HP ones. But here, Vikavolt is kind of crazy with that brand new Charger Bug. Is it going to be a judge hit play from my opponent? By the way, hello, me Orabomb. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe, show all the good jazz. Answer the comment question today for a chance to win some Unbroken Bonds codes. Being like, do you think you're gonna like the Rhyhorn, the mill deck that this has become, or not? It's actually kind of divisive. I guess I'll talk about my opinions near the end. But I think they're both really cool. Playing a Giratina here just as a nice Giovanni target, really, so that we can we always have something to discard. It's literally just there so we always have a Giovanni target and nothing else. Because we have to spam Giovannis all the time, and in order for you to spam Digletts, you have to play like Rescue Structures and a bunch of Digletts. Now that's just a bunch of deck space I don't really have. Gonna use Apricorn Maker to get 2 Nest Balls to continue spreading our board. We want to get down Shining Celebes, we want to get down lots of Pikachus, we want to get down Ditto, we want to get down Rhyhorns. There's a lot of Pokemon you want to get down, Jirachis, things like that, because like it's all about setting up this really strong engine. So we're gonna get a second Jirachi. I guess that Ditto. Right now we're gonna get rid of this Giratina at some point, because right now it's just taking up space. But I had to bench it for like deck things. We're gonna play Computer Search. There's a lot of searching in this deck. Oh, I'm getting a phone call immediately as I start recording. Give me a second, guys. And this is Bliss. I'll have to wait. I just finished my surgery. For you guys don't know, so now my mouth is doing a little bit better, so that's pretty cool. We don't really want to attack with Rhyhorn until we get the Giovanni scheme attack going, because otherwise attacking the Rhyhorn is just discard 1, and we don't want to lose our Rhyhorns. Obviously, I'd rather lose a Jirachi here. But this is me. I was trying to think what I was talking about beforehand. Oh yeah, I just finished my surgery, so that's pretty cool. I can actually speak again. Which is pretty nice. I'm still recovering because I saw they still give me like a bunch of pain medication to deal with the recovery, but it's cool. I can talk again, so that's pretty handy. Otherwise, like that's why I missed the video and upload yesterday. I'm recording this actually on Community Day, so I'm gonna be hanging out with Blizz, Yoku. We're gonna be going out and just catching Bagons, and my girlfriend's apparently had last minute scheduled work, so she won't be there, and I'll be with Kate and Tony as well, so it's gonna be pretty exciting. It'll be a good time. Right now, as you can see, I'm just trying to set up my board, just trying to get everything that I need. Another Tantalizer there, so that's pretty good. Let's see, what do I need here? We have a Rhydon down. So if you guys don't know, Rhydon's attack for a DCE lets you discard the top card of your opponent's deck, but if you've used a Giovanni scheme that turn, you can discard the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck. So it's very powerful mill. Discarding 5 cards is literally 1/20th of your opponent's deck. I think that's how it works, right? 60 cards. No, actually it's not 1/20th, huh? That's not how it works. Regardless. Is it 1/30th? No. No, it's not that either. Hold on. I gotta think about this. What's 60 divided by 5? That's 5, 10, that's 12. So 1/12th. That's 1/12 of your opponent deck. Never mind. What was I talking about? Guys, I am very tired. Alright, so we found Rhyperior. Rhyperior's ability lets you discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, so it's even more milling. We did get rid of his Charger Bugs, but this deck is really once my opponent, and there's Devo Spray, we can shuffle in as many evolution pieces as we like back into the deck, just a way for me to reuse Rhyperior. I'm also playing cards like Celebi, Shining Celebi in this deck to use the attack even as a Rhyperior, using Rhyhorn's attack even as a Rhyperior, which is pretty nice, but we don't have the bench space for it right now, so it's better that we put it back in the deck while we can, so we can draw into it, evolve into it if we need to again later, things like that. Plus we have that Ditto down there. There's also Pikachu's for paralysis to stop your opponents from attacking. Vikavolt in this deck. It's time to start setting up to this Vikavolt. So this Vikavolt, I gotta double check its attack, but it has no weakness, but there's a Stadium on board. I'm actually gonna pull up the attacks really quick. But the whole thing about this deck is that you have access to this Charjabug. Charjabug, you can attach it, and it doesn't count for your attachment for turn, so you can attach as many Charjabugs as you like per turn. And as you attach them, they count as 2 lightning energies. So it's just 2 lightning energies on your Vikavolt, which is kind of crazy. So, so it's a really strong way to accelerate energies onto a Vikavolt. It's not there. Gotta double check. Here we go. So Charjabug, once during your turn, if this card is in your hand, you may attach its energy as a special energy card to your Vikavolt or Vikavolt GX. Provides 2 lightning energies to that Pokemon. So you don't have to discard anything. You just attach 2 lightning energies. And Vikavolt's attack is for lightning, colorless. 120 damage. You may discard all lightning energy from this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 100 more damage. So you can hit for 220, which is a lot of damage, especially combined with things like Electro Power and stuff. You can take some pretty big Okos. On tag teams, it's just a matter of like you have the rare candy to set them up, right? But the fact that you can essentially you could attach and you could attack without attaching energies. You just gotta attach 2 Chargebugs. You play a lot of oh yeah, we evolved into Raichu, then Devo Spray. The cool thing about the Devo Spray Zizo is that you can evolve immediately afterwards, because there is no ruling saying that you cannot evolve that Pokemon. So if I wanted to, I could evolve this Ditto into a Rhyhorn this turn, or another Raichu, which is unnecessary, but a thing you can do. So another Rhyperior here, discarding another 3 cards. So we're just kind of doing our best to survive as long as we can until we can actually. And then she's in the past, she can't do much here until we can just win the game, essentially. We're just surviving and milling as much as we possibly can. So another timer ball here to find more Pokemon, and got a head, so that's pretty good. We can get another Raichu. There's a Rhyhorn as well. I'm still waiting to find it, still waiting for the right time to start using Giovanni's Scheme. So that's the thing about this deck, right? It's really hard to pilot because Giovanni's Scheme doesn't draw you any cards, which means you have to have some sort of engine to draw you stuff or get them things so that you can set up your board. So you actually don't end up using Giovanni's Scheme until later down the line. So Giovanni's Scheme is like a dead card until you start attacking, because you have to set up your board, right? You have to make sure you can stop your opponent from attacking, because your opponent will Oko you, will take some knockouts on you, and eventually they'll knock you out faster than you can. Especially in this current meta, they can knock you out faster than the time you actually start setting up. There's too many like energy engines. Like you have Gardevoir's ability to accelerate energies onto themselves. You have Tapu Koko Prism. You have Malamars. You have so many things out there that can just accelerate energies that you have to rely on paralysis if you're going to be winning. So we're going to go ahead and just sack off Giratina. We're not going to be able to use Giovanni's Scheme on it anymore, which kind of sucks. But I mean, if it gets knocked out, that's better for me anyways. So it goes in the discard pile. I can put down another Pokemon. I can still use Giovanni's Scheme on like a Jirachi if I wanted to, or like Pikachu or Ditto or anything. We're gonna go ahead and give her that so that we can start setting up our board properly. Jirachi here. But all this deck is a race against the clock. Can you mill out their deck before you can before they can knock out all your Pokemon? There's too many decks that can hit too high numbers, so that's why it's kind of like it's really hard to pull this off, because you have to have Rhyhorn actually attacking while Raichu is paralyzing every turn, and that's fairly difficult in its own right. Yeah, we'll grab Giovanni's Scheme, and I guess we can potentially start attacking. We can get Giratina, spread some damage, I guess, although it's not the most relevant thing. Although it is something worth mentioning that you can attack with this deck using counter energies and a Rhyperior. So there's a Raichu there. Ooh, I have to sneeze. Oh no, I've got to sneeze. And it's going away. It's absorbing back into my body. It's coming back. Okay. Oh boy. I hope that wasn't loud. I tried to mute it, but it's fine. All right, we're going to paralyze, which means we're probably going to try to attack this turn. Devo Spray again, putting the Raichu back. Excuse me. Another Giratina down so that we can use Giovanni's Scheme. Alright, cool. And now we can attack with Rhyhorn this turn and hit him for a nice big chunky 5 discards. A nice hefty chunky discard amount. So she's gonna pass because once again she just can't do anything. If we can find another Giovanni scheme here, that'd be pretty cool. We're gonna Tyrant Ball here. The cool thing is, without discarding all the lightning energies, Vikavolt can't take a knockout on Rhyperior, which is cool. So 1, 2, 3, and let's see. Now I can get Celebi, Shining Celebi if I wanted to. That's an option I have. Yeah, she's just gonna go ahead and take a knockout on Rhyperior, which sucks, but you know, she discarded all of her energies. So there, we do have the Celebi in our hand now. We don't have much else going on for us. There's another Giovanni scheme we can grab to attack for a nice big discard this turn, but we can be knocked out if she finds everything that she might need, which kind of sucks. But it's actually not fine. But we take a paralysis here, which means we get a free turn to attack. It looks like it. I don't know what I'm debating. I guess I'll just grab right. I'm debating which one I want to evolve right now. That's what I'm doing. So there's a Shining Celebi, so we can attack this turn still. There's a Giratina for us to use Giovanni Scheme with. Because Giovanni Scheme, you don't have to discard 2, you just have to discard up to 1. Apparently, I never played it down, even though I totally did. What happened? Why did that happen? Whatever. Maybe just like. Well, regardless, we'll figure it out. Trust me, though, I don't think it matters. If I didn't play the card down for whatever reason. Let's see what happens here. Raichu, Paralysis. So the deck is getting kind of thin. I wish I had like a deck counter on my opponent's side of the board, but there's... Alright, so it looks like a roughly 15-ish, maybe a little bit less. There's a Rescue Stretcher to get a Rhyhorn. And to attack... Oh yeah, so okay, so I was just compensating for the fact that I didn't use it last turn. Okay. That's good. So we only discarded 1 there because we didn't use a Giovanni Scheme that turn. Okay, so it's covered. So before you guys leave a bunch of comments, be sure to actually watch the video, because I get that a lot. People leave comments. Also, another thing, if you're gonna leave comments about a misplay that happened, please check the comments first, because somebody probably already did it before you, and I have the answer to that because somebody already mentioned it. So this is something to keep in mind in case you guys want to leave a bunch of comments about the same thing. Not like I care. I like comments. I love you guys. You guys are all awesome. Anyways, we're really close to winning this game from the looks of it, which is really, really cool. It's just a matter of can we actually chain our Giovannis at this point, because my opponent doesn't have much going on in their deck. We just need like 1 or 2 really good attacks combined with like a Rhyperior here and there, and then we just win. So can we win this game? Looks like right now we cannot. Oh, we did discard 1, so that's pretty good. At least 1 at a time is not bad. She's gonna take a knockout here. It's also a matter of can we find energies. We played triple boost in here. I think we're better. I think I remember cutting out the triple boost and putting in counter energies instead, because we never really needed to use triple boost. So it looks like we have 10. So if we can get off 2 more attacks before she takes 2 more knockouts, which we can, as long as we can attack this turn, we have potential chance to win. But it looks like, let's see if I can do it. We're running low on energies. And we're also running, like, can we consistently use Giovanni's Scheme, you know what I mean? I don't believe I play, I might be playing Palpad in this deck. I don't actually remember if I'm playing Palpad. All I know is that you're not going to be able to use Giovanni's Scheme, like, too many times per game. Like, you're not going to be able to use it, like, 8 times a game like you think you are. And I'm about to deck out myself from the looks of it. That was my whole entire deck. That's crazy. Alright, let's see what we can do here. What am I going to do? Let's find out. It looks like I can't attack this turn, otherwise I think I would have. Or maybe I can. I'm pulling out the Giratina now. Switching, oh, so this is just like Death Fodder kind of thing, because I don't want to sack off anything on my board. But there's a second Vikavolt, so I'm not going to be able to use enough Giratinas to knock out a Vikavolt like I wanted to, but She can get a Charge Bug into her hand, or maybe just a bunch of Charge Bugs into her deck. That's fair too. And a Vikavolt GX. So Charge Bug also works on Vikavolt GX. Vikavolt GX has some pretty decent attacks as well. So something to keep in mind. She's gonna attack, and that just gives me a free turn. So hopefully she doesn't find enough Guzmas or anything like that. There's counter catches that I can use. So pull up the other Vikavolt and Apricorn Maker. Just look through my deck again, just to use a card. At this point, I'm just trying to find my energies. From the looks of it, there is a Giovanni King in my deck, so I'm just trying to draw an energy now. He's gonna attack me, take another prize. So now, I don't know. I don't think we can win because I think no matter what, she just retreats and takes a knockout on whatever comes active. But what we need to do, right, is find both. We would have to find both. Yeah, we had 2 DCs left. Oh, we do play Power in this deck. Okay, we had 2 DCs left and we couldn't draw them. We would have to find. And there it is. We were really close. It looked like she only had 1 card left in her deck, but unfortunately, we were with 1 card short. We were 1 card short from winning that game. Quite literally. We needed to find Raichu to stop her from attacking. And it's just a matter of like, this is what I mean. Like, there's a bunch of search options in this deck because we have to find our Pokemon to win. Like, we don't have much of a choice. There isn't very many ways to consistently chain Raichu into your hand. Another option you have is you can cut some cards to play like a couple super scoop ups and do that as well as Devo Spray. See what you can pull off with that. And that's probably something we'll try out next time. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have 3 games? I think I do have all 3 games. Oh. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. All right, game 2. Can we win this game? I'm so sneezy. I'm so sneezy. All right. So we have a lot of Pokemon in our opening hand, which is pretty cool. Off of a Cynthia, so we have a pretty good setup here. But once again, we know the game plan now. Now it's all about, can we get it consistently? I don't know many other ways. We'll talk about this more in the deck profile, which will go up tomorrow for sure. But I'm not too sure like all the different ways to make searching for Pokemon easier. You could play Brooklet Hill, but my problem isn't so much getting the basics out on the board quickly. It's a matter of getting the evolution pieces out on the board quickly. Let's see, double nest ball here. And our only psychic Pokemon in the deck is Giratina. So it's not like we can play Treasure. I mean, we could play like a 1-up Treasure just to find Giratina, but it's not like the most useful thing. But I'm gonna grab a Jirachi and a Giratina. No Ditto. I guess Ditto's probably priced because I think Ditto's usually my go-to Pokemon. I guess in this case though, I already have 2 Rhyhorns down and I need to be able to spam my Jirachis, especially since this Pikachu's gonna be knocked out. Maybe I can just grab another Pikachu after this one will be knocked out. But like, I've been talking a lot about Rhyhorn. Vikavolt is just so good. It's just really straightforward because it's all about setting up Vikavolt to attack with Vikavolt. So it's a pretty straightforward deck. It just amazes me how consistent this deck is as far as attacking because of Charge Bug being an incredibly powerful card for this Vikavolt archetype. You could play the other Vikavolt. I don't see a reason to. I haven't found a single reason to use the charge up ability, so we cut it up. Charge up is like the attack of that Vikavolt is not really good either. Like, it doesn't do a lot of OHKO damage, and this deck doesn't have a lot of space for things like Electro Power, so we can't just play Pokemon that don't take OHKOs. You know what I mean? Because you still have to discard energy just like this one. Like, you have to discard 3 energies to attack with that one, while this one you have to discard 3 lightning, which, I mean, they're both 3 energies in the end of the day. Plus, you don't have space to be just squeezing in grass energies either. So that's why we're not playing any of the other Vikavolt. Just 2 of these Vikavolts, 2 of the Vikavolt GX. And it makes for a pretty strong stage 2 deck. Like, a pretty strong one. You have access to things like Volkner in this deck that help as well. So even Volkner is good for getting you rare candies, so it's easier to set up your board. So how are we going to do this? Timer Ball first. Where's the other? Oh, there it is. I can't ever see the purple on my screen. You guys can probably see it. But we get one heads getting us a Rhyhorn. We can at least evolve into a Rhyhorn here, so that's pretty good. And let's see. There's not much else we can do. We're just going to pass. Let my opponent set up their board and attack me, I guess. They can't attack it because they need 3 lightnings. And I guess that's just another pass from me because I can't do anything. Yeah, this is the hard part about the deck, right? You have all these search options. You don't have as many draw supporters. I mean, you still have like Tay and Lizas. You have a couple Cynthias and stuff in there. So it's not like you're completely shut out of draw supporters. You have the Charge Bug in the Discard Pile, so that's pretty good. I mean, she does play 4 stretchers though, so it's not like it's like the end of the world. We could paralyze her now. Doesn't really feel like it's super necessary. Although her having 3 is kind of awkward. Whatever, it's fine though. We still play the DCE for the Vikavolt GX. Alright, so Jirachi is finally out on the board. There's a counter energy, so we can start attacking. And we need to find escape boards. We need to continue setting up our board. We need to find another Pikachu. I'm debating where I want to attach this because I want to force her to discard things. So I want to attack with the Rhyperior if I can. Although we need to find Celebi Prism if we're going to do that. Let's see, what do we find? Another Apricorn Maker. Keep setting up our board. We really need Pikachus on the board, so I need to get this Apricorn Maker to get some Pikachus so we can start spamming our Raichus. And hopefully we can use that Apricorn Maker to get ourselves Ditto as well. There's Nest Ball, Timer Ball. So let's see what we can find. I don't think I'll be using Timer Ball this turn, but I definitely want to use Nest Ball to get ourselves a Pikachu on the board, probably, right? Or at least a Ditto, one of the two. I really think Ditto's prize, because I haven't gotten it out yet, but... There you go. Alright, there's a Cynthia. There's a Wake. Alright, let's see what we can do. There's a Guzma. Like I said, if she's gonna target someone, I want her to at least discard all of her energies. So go back into Jirachi. We still need to find escape boards and more switches, things like that. So we still gotta find some stuff. Rescue Stretcher to get Rhyperior, Rhyhorn, and Pikachu back in the deck. That's pretty good. What else can we do? We still have Cynthia in our hand. We'll probably end up using Cynthia this turn. Yeah, there it is. Alright, cool. Cynthia first and Jirachi. Hopefully we can find some escape boards so we can switch. DCE so we can attack. And we don't want to attack this turn anyway because we haven't used Giovanni yet. So we're not going to bother attacking yet. We'll probably just sack off Giratina or something. Maybe get a Raichu down. That'd be pretty cool. So we can start paralyzing. Because I know my opponent can attack next turn. I just don't want them to. There's a Giovanni. So now we finally have that in our hand. We can use the ability. We can use that next turn. As long as we have an energy in hand too. So we might not... I might just sack off a Jirachi this turn, maybe. Energy down there. And yep, that's a pass. Let's see what happens. There's Lightning Energy and probably a Charge-a-Bug, and there's a knockout. My opponent already has 3 prizes, and I haven't really done much yet, which is definitely the upsetting part. But there's a Raichu, so there's a paralysis. Theoretically, if we could like set up we could technically take a knockout on this thing as long as we can find another counter energy and evolve into Rhyperior. Rhyperior does do enough damage to take a knockout. So there we go. That's a pass from my opponent. Let's see what we can do here. There's a Giovanni again. I guess we'll just use Giovanni's attack again. If we can find another Pikachu, that could be ideal. Let's see. And we don't. So we're just going to get knocked out here, which is fine because we have another one. Well, that's minus 10 cards already, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what we can do. Another knockout. So you can see, like, these games are kind of quick. Like, it's just a matter of, like, can you pull off your combo every turn? If not, can you quickly mill them out? Right now, we have to find a Rhyhorn and a Raichu to attack this turn. No Rhyperior, obviously, so we won't be able to take a knockout. Actually, I think we still be able to with Rhyhorn's attack. I don't remember how much it hits for. Or Rhydon's attack, not Rhyhorn. See what we can find here. There's a Tay and Liza. Still no escape board. So we're going to paralyze my opponent just to survive an extra turn. Devo Spray, put it back. Alright, and that's a pass from my opponent again. Another Cynthia, so no Giovanni's this turn. Can we get under? We have to paralyze again. So like, it's like I said, the deck is hard to play because I don't know many other ways that you could play this deck without ultimately losing. Because from what I've tested, I played this deck without Raichu, and I was just like, you need Raichu in this deck if you're gonna win, because you can't be attacked at return or you'll lose. You can't ultimately mill every turn to win the game under like perfect circumstances, right? So there's another heads, there's a Rhyhorn. Do we have Raichu as well? I do end up liking Timer Ball in this deck, even though you don't always hit it. It's still pretty nice to have more searching options. Another thing I want to try to do later is, I actually got this idea in the comments. Maybe play like Emolga, like 2 or 3 Emolga that has free retreat and that nuzzle thing that lets you find Pokemon. And can we paralyze? Yes, we can. Perfect. And then can we switch? Now we have to be able to switch and use Giovanni's this turn. And use that Emolga to get other Emolgas, and then use that to get Pokecoms and Pokecom into any other Pokemon that we might need, on top of 4 Ultra Balls. And actually, I don't know if I'm playing 4 Ultra Balls in this deck, because you don't ever want to discard anything in this deck. So we finally found the escape board. We were able to put a Raichu back in the deck, and now we can finally attack. We can finally use another Giovanni scheme here and discard another 5. And that's a pass on my opponent's side. We're just looking through our discard pile to see what we can find. All right, let's see. You have another paralysis, so that's pretty cool. But can we do much? We can discard the top 3, so that's pretty nice. And that's just a pass. We can't attack. If we found a counter energy, we can probably attack, but we haven't found one of those either. So we're really, really, really close here. I need to find a way to retreat because I can't just let her attack me. But it looks like she can just take a knockout here. And I think that kind of spells doom for me. I don't think there's a way I can win anymore. Maybe I can get crazy lucky, get Raichu, Rhyhorn here, and then Rhydon, DCE, Giovanni Scheme, and De-Evolution Spray. Like, we have ways to win. It's just not as easy. There's a Pokecom. So we did get Rhyhorn here at least. And we can get a Raichu just to stop from losing the game immediately. So that's pretty nice. So there's a paralysis, but we can't devolve anymore. So it looks like we have no real way to attack. And that's just game, yeah. So Rhyhorn, unfortunately, taking 2 L's. Now, I will say that in game, there was a game that we did win, which was not recorded, which is the whole reason why I didn't want to upload this all together, because I wanted to make sure we had all the videos. I want to make sure that all the games had at least 1 win, but you guys still wanted to see this anyways. I will say that when the deck gets running, it's running real hot, and I'll go over deeper detail of how I feel about these decks in the deck profiles that will go up tomorrow and then the day afterwards with Vikavolt. I will say, spoiler alert, I think Vikavolt's strong. I think Rhyhorn is missing 1 or 2 more cards that will like push it over the edge, or maybe I just missed something in my deck building. You guys can let me know in the comments down below. But don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share all the good jazz. Answer the comment question today for some unbroken bod codes, and hey, keep supporting the content, guys. You guys are doing a great job. We're almost at we're really close to 6,000 subscribers, so that would be cool if you guys could help me do that. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another deck profile. Peace.